Yo, what's good YouTube? Today I just want to go over the Wuthering Waves post that they just released regarding so many things and future game improvements and updates, which is like, I haven't read all of it, but I've seen some of the stuff on Twitter already and it's insane. This is based, dear rovers, after this page we have some new updates to share with you regarding our future plans for game improvements. This is basically it, but this is basically like a summed up version of it. I'm just gonna go over that today. Improvements and a 5-star selector. I mean that alone is just insane. Like just having a 5-star selector, because like when you're re-rolling, like for me I had 3 characters I wanted. I wanted Calcharo, Panda Girl, and Verena. I was like, if I don't get Panda Girl, I'm going for Verena on my selector, and then it's like Calcharo, I'll somehow figure out a way to get him down the line and just get lucky. But now it's like you legit can get all 3. Let's say you do your re-rolls and you don't get the character that you wanted, you can still do your 5-star selector for one of the characters you wanted, and then you can get a guaranteed 5-star for the next one, the other one that you wanted, which is just, it's just insane overall for this game. And it's going to be there for an entire year, so it's kind of like an anniversary award, but like on day 1, or not day 1, day 3 I guess we're on. A special dev note just dropped on the official CN social media account for Wuthering Waves, and you can read the original here. Yeah, important, this post is currently only available to see on social media, so we don't know if the rewards and compensation mission will also be invited to the culprit. So okay, highlights: 10 radiant tides right up to be sent 25th of May. Oh, this is tomorrow that we're getting this. Okay, so this is on top of the free 10 pool we already got. So we got the free 10 pool yesterday for the standard banner because they fixed all the bugs for launch day, and they just gave us a free 10 pool for it. So now we're getting on top of that a free 10 pool for the event character banner, which is insane. Obviously, I hope this applies to all servers. I'd assume it does. It's Kudo Games. It wouldn't make sense why it wouldn't, but let's hope so. And then obviously standard character selector, UTB sends comment saying this selector will be available for years, so everyone who starts playing games between now and the selector. It's just like, this game is just like Kudo Games, man. Like I said before, Wuthering Waves is a really good game. The problem is just Kudo Games sucks at marketing, but as a company they're one of the best gacha companies like ever, like arguably the best, because they actually listen to the community, they actually help, they actually fix stuff, they actually give us stuff. They like if this happened, everything that happened now happened on Genshin, we would get like 300 primos as a reward. Skip function will be added to many story missions, which is just massive, because there are certain parts of the story that you just can't skip. And I get why, like I'm not going to skip the story because I'm just here, like why not just see if it becomes, if it's just really bad for like a long stretch of time and the new update comes out and it's still bad, I'll just skip it. I'm gonna stop caring. But for now I'm actually quite interested in it, I guess, even though I wasn't before. It got better, but I do know that there's people that just don't care about the story, just care to skip it, which I understand. They just want to get to end game, they just want to play the combat, and I mean the combat's so fun that I understand that shit. Full translations, announcement on game experience issues, and ongoing optimization. So, dear drifters, since the launch of Wuthering Waves, we have received numerous feedback from players regarding game experience issues. We deeply apologize for not providing a better game experience. We will address these issues through upcoming updates to improve the game content. As a token of our apology, we'll distribute another compensation at, okay, yeah, this is the 10, okay, this is 10 rating tie, okay, cool. Players who created a character before July 3rd and have a union level, yeah, okay. In addition to ongoing performance optimization, here are specific adjustments and future development priorities. Optimization of skip function. We're going to limit skip function, unclear skip button display, and lengthy menu storyline. Modify the skip button icon. Significantly expand the skip range of the main storyline, including skipping the prologue in the first act. Wait, that's massive, because those were the worst parts of the story. You know how bad the first act and prologue were? Bro, I wish I could have skipped it. It was so boring. The part is like, once you get to Scar, the story in my opinion becomes like 8 times better. It goes from like a 3-4 out of 10 to like an 8-9 out of 10. It just becomes so much better. That's actually massive, especially if you're re-rolling. If you're re-rolling now after these couple of days, if you're starting to re-roll now to get into the game, these updates are massive, because before, to reroll it was 30 to 45 minutes ish, like each reroll, but now with this it's probably going to be like 20-25 minutes, which is just like insane. Like for me, when I was re-rolling, I just got so tired, I just wanted to play the game. I was just like, after my 4th reroll, I want to say, I was like, all right, give up here. If I don't get it this time, I'm just gonna dip and call it quits and just continue with this account. And luckily, I was lucky. I was one of the lucky ones that like on that 4th try I got the character that I wanted, so I was just hyped. Support skipping stationary dialogues, which is massive. Open mercenary Yinlin's companion takes tasks soon. Other than skipping cutscenes in the storyline is currently not feasible, we appreciate your understanding. Hey, that's valid. I mean, And this is one of the things that's like, it's okay if you can't skip it, because by the time this comes out, we're not going to be like, oh yeah, we need XP. It's more going to be like, oh yeah, if you want to play, you can just enjoy her quest, which is actually massive. Like them releasing her story quest before she releases, because this can go two ways, either really good or really bad. Really good because when her story quest comes out, if it's good, it gets everyone so hyped, more hyped than everyone is, because it's like everyone's #1 character almost. So it's like when she releases, it could go also really bad though, because like obviously if it's a really bad story quest, it's just like it gets people less hyped and maybe pull away some people. Obviously not for me. I mean, she's way too hot to do that. That story quest could be the worst story quest ever played through. I could care less. Optimization of combat experience. To improve combat experience based on feedback about feedback, poor controller made experience, and vision obstruction during battles, we will conduct specialized optimization for various combat scenarios to enhance positive feedback during combat, improve controller functions, and address issues with delayed customization options. I will say for me, I've been playing on controller. I'm just a controller player, and I don't know, like for me, I've actually quite enjoyed the experience on controller. There have been like a few things here and there where I've been like, okay, like so that like this is actually quite nice. I would say the main thing on controller that I don't like is the UI. Like trying to go around the UI in this game just absolutely sucks with controller. Or maybe I don't like, it's just it's not very good. But improve function, address issues with delayed. So yeah, like I remember when I was fighting Scar, at one point I was hitting every parry. Maybe I'm just bad, but then at some point it just felt like my parries just weren't hitting, or like, so who knows. This is just massive. They're basically just enhancing the combat that's already as good as it is, so that's massive. Thank you, give select a 5-star. In response to feedback on the new player summon event, we apologize for the unsatisfactory experience. We will send a special item. Tides, thank you. All players via mail. This can be used as something as a permanent 5-star selected. If it is valid to May 22nd, please refer to the endgame announcement. Wait, what? In response to feedback on the new player summon event, we apologize for the unsatisfactory event. The new player summon event. Was there people unsatisfactory about? Oh, are they talking about the unsatisfactory experience with just the game being absolute garbage on day one? My dumbass, my fault. I'm a little slow. Okay, I get that. Okay, and that's massive. So on top of the 10 player we gave us for the standard banner, we're also getting a free 5-star selector because of that. That's like, they really could have just not given us the free 10 pull and just given us this. Or they could have just given us the free 10 pull, not given us this, and we like nothing would have happened. So like them doing this is just like, it's just I don't know, it's like mind blowing to see a company actually do something like this, especially like after every other Gacha game that all of us have played. Ongoing development of more optimization and version content. We will continue to optimize game content, develop new features and events such as enhancing some NPC art resources. That's good. NPCs look like dog shit. Adding a layered map feature, massive. That's actually massive. Like I remember when they added that to Genshin. At first I was like, okay, whatever. But when I actually, like when Fontaine came out and I actually played through it, bro, that option for layered map is so fucking good. Especially in Wuthering Waves, because I was going around getting all the teleport waypoints, and there was like certain ones that were underground that I just could not find, and I was just so mad. And I was like, please, to the point where I literally just gave up, and I still don't have those waypoints, and I just walked away from it. Introducing more resonator transformation gameplay. That's cool. We are aware that Wuthering Waves still has many areas for improvement. We'll continue redefining the game content experience. Thank you again for all your attention and support. Sincerely, Wuthering Waves operations team. Like this, like Kudo Games, man. Like this is like, this fucking company is just like, obviously we're just not used to having a company like this, because like for people that played, like not many people played PGR. It was mostly a Chinese game, so it's like this is obviously the first experience for a lot of people. And this game, man, it's just, they're doing everything right. Like yes, obviously there's problems. Obviously day one sucked, but at the same time it's like they're fixing all of it, and while fixing all of it, we're getting free rewards. Like in my opinion, I would rather like, it may be because I was able to play day one, but I feel like it isn't. I feel like because I was able to play what's it called, if I couldn't play day one, maybe even day two, maybe even a whole week of this game when it first released while everyone else was able to, if it meant I could get a free 5-star selector and 20 free pulls, I would have been, hey, keep me off this game, man. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I can hold off for a little longer, because that is insane. Like, people do not realize how insane that is. So we're first off, a regular gacha game, like I mentioned Starville because it has it. We get a 5-star selector at 80 pull or 50 pulls in the beginning of the game. It's like, okay, that's what obviously Wuthering Waves has. But on top of that, instead of having to wait 300 pulls like Star Rail, we only have to wait 80 pulls on like Star Rail, which is just insane to start off with. And then now we're getting a third 5-star selector, and the thing's lasting a whole entire year. So if you don't get into the game for like a month from now, you can still, 6 months, whatever, you can still claim it, which is just massive. I do think the game definitely did lose some players on the day one, but this would definitely probably bring back some players with that 5-star selector. So yeah. Let me know if y'all think. Let me know if y'all been playing, if y'all been enjoying the game. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.